Good to see you all. And I have to say, this is my favorite weekend of the year to be doing a show because we're at that bizarro in-between phase of Christmas and New Year's where people don't know if they should return a few gifts or go to rehab. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do? I don't know. Luckily for me, I got the intervention out of the way early because we kicked off 2024 by talking to the world's life coach, Tony Robbins. Watch this.
Right.
I am fascinated by so much of what you are because I am the low-rent version of you. What I mean by that is people get into a taxi and they know they're never going to see you again.
Yes.
So they dump all kinds of, life stories and love habits. But here's the problem. Sometimes you see them again. You're like, well, good morning, cowboy. Look who's back in the saddle. Who would you rather get life advice from? A cab driver who has clearly seen a lot of things, or a self-help author who's clearly made a lot of money?
So you're asking between you and Tony Robbins?
With a straight face. With a straight face. I am asking who?
The dumbest question I've ever heard come out of your mouth. You. I would not
Jimmy.
stand. Tony Robbins is way too tall. I'd look like an Oompa Loompa next to him. You make me look good.
He is. No, he is. He's massive. And you did owe me a cheap shot, Steph Bezos.
He's got really
Good to see
white
you.
teeth, too.
Robbins?
Yeah.
He's got massive hands. He's got like such a good laugh. Like he was like a real deal guy. And the trick is like if he sat down and got you to believe in yourself, I see why he's as potent as he is.
Really?
Yeah, because he's such a credible human being. Yeah. And the other thing is, you can tell when you talk to him like off mic, he gives a You know what I mean? Because whenever you meet somebody that helps people, you know what I mean? You assume it's like a profit for pet. He cares. So it was actually fascinating to meet him.
So but you do it for tips.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The rent don't pay itself, Snookums.
There you go.
Well, let me ask you this, Michelle. Who do you think has talked to more lost souls in the past year? Cab drivers, bartenders, or the guy who organized that White Dudes for Kamala Zoom?
Oh, now, see, you threw that one in there, and that makes it very, very close. I'm going to have to say the White Dudes for Kamala. Those are some lost souls, man. I was going to say bartender till you went there.
Yeah, because the White Dudes for Kamala have nobody to go to the bar with.
Exactly.
Like it was a rally on Zoom. Brett, I ask you this. Yeah. As a personal trainer, which would make you a physical fitness version of Tony Robbins, turning people's lives around, one of the questions I asked him, do you ever meet somebody that you have to train and you know, without saying it to them, you just know from being there it ain't going to work?
Yes, you know that, but you would never actually express that.
You wouldn't, right?
And you can play around with it like, hey, man, why don't we just stretch today?
Yeah.
You just make sure that they go home feeling good.
He's got to walk a few sets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know you're going to end up hurting the guy if you actually make him do anything physical. So.
We're going to do a superset of juice bar.
Tanning booth.
Yeah, superset of tanning booth. Then we'll max out on juice bar.
You
I
just
love
tell him
this.
he looks good and send him home happy.
I like it. All right, we know the secret to your success.
There you go.
Brett Azar. Well, like Tony Robbins fans, America did address a lot of its problems head on this year. And you can thank me because I personally confronted the man responsible for our soaring national debt.
You know what I love about you coming here? You sang a song called Money Ain't a Thing, and we're $34 trillion in debt right now as a country. I blame Dupree. I love you, brother. I rock out to your songs every night. It's Dupree. Yo, can you write a remix called, like, About That? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my man, legendary record producer and rapper Jermaine Dupri. And what a great hang, the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Dare I say, that was the best red carpet since Julianne Moore in Boogie Nights.
Oh,
good night, everybody!
Oh, my.
Aaron, it's
Shout
very
out to
Saturday
Mark
night.
Let's go. It is Saturday night, baby. Aaron, do you think Jermaine Dupri bears any responsibility for the runaway debt? Given that he did have a #1 song called Money Ain't a Thing. Did he kind of usher this in?
Life imitates art. People hear that. It starts to get into the subconscious of the nation, and then somehow it gets into dementia-riddled Joe Biden's head, and he passes it along to everyone.
I'll forgive your student loan. Money ain't a thing.
That's exactly
Jermaine told me.
Exactly.
Oh, that's probably spot on true. So we're $35 trillion in debt now because he was trying to show off and score with Janet Jackson. So he recorded Money Ain't a Thing.
Yeah.
And 2 decades later, it's a big thing for us. But when we talk about it, I'm jumping in. Isn't it funny that with this Doge thing, because we're all excited, we're like, oh, we're going to cut spending.
Doge.
But isn't it crazy that the president we brought in to cut spending is the guy who owns the gold toilet? Like, doesn't that tell you everything you need to know about how out of control Washington was, that we needed gold toilet guy to rein in the spending?
Yeah, if he's going to rein in the spending, what is the White House interior going to look like? Are there going to be gold toilets in the interior? I don't know. But I'm excited about Doge. I think it's going to be kick-ass. I hope it is. I hope it doesn't get sabotaged. But yeah, Trump's got he's got taste
of
a different level.
That'd be great if he just embroidered the White House, made everything Mar-a-Lago-y.
There you go.
I would
Mar-a-Lago
actually like
North.
that. Like, listen, I want Trump to lean in. You know how he didn't have a dog first time around? I want him to get a pit bull that he walks on a chain. You know what I mean?
What about a tiger?
I want him to get the newspaper delivered to the White House. You know that iconic image of Tony Soprano in the robe going out to get the paper? I think America needs that out of Trump
Cigar
this time
in hand.
around. Yeah, he just comes out with a cigar and a robe.
Name the pit bull DMX. Just walking around.
But you
get in
cannot
there.
walk out of the White House with a cigar anymore and get away with it.
Tafoya!
That belongs inside. Inside.
Bang! Brett, what's a better 90s rap song about getting paid? Is it Money Ain't a Thing? Is it Cash Rules Everything Around Me by the Wu-Tang Clan? Or is it All About the Benjamins by your buddy Diddy?
I loved All About the Benjamins, sadly, but I don't want to. No Diddy.
All About the bail money?
There we go. All about the
Yeah,
lawsuit.
fair. Just give me a song. What is the song? You think it's Wu-Tang Clan? You think it's Jermaine Dupri? Then, if you're disqualifying Diddy, which I understand, no one's going to defend him on national TV right now, so you got us there. What do you think the better one is, Wu-Tang Clan or Jermaine Dupri?
Well, I'm going Wu.
You're going Wu. He's going Wu for the win.
Yeah.
Shout out to Staten Island and the Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, we move on. Well, one president who was dead serious about reining in our government was Ronald Reagan, and I got to speak with the guy who played Reagan in the hit movie about his life. Let me ask you this, okay, because we're excited to see you portray Reagan, but having played Clinton first,
Yes.
it's got to be a different experience.
Yeah, in fact, my very first scene doing Reagan was the scene where the Pope gets shot, and we're watching TV, and I'm like, we're going to have to get some information about that right away.
Shout out to Dennis Quaid, who did such a realistic impression of Bill Clinton that his wife's going to run for president and lose. I'm kidding, but his movie Reagan was obviously a smash as well. One of my favorite things about Reagan is that the country had civic pride in that era. Do you kind of feel like on some level Trump is bringing that back?
I really hope so. Genuinely, I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I got to be on stage with Reagan once. This is going to show how long ago that was. But anyway, I was for the 200th, for the bicentennial of the Constitution. And I remember I hadn't voted for him because I went to Berkeley. So I couldn't.
yeah.
But anyway, but when he walked up on that stage, there was a charisma, and it made me proud to be on the stage with him. There was this love of country. And I hope it's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, though. I'm not totally
I know, because it's been
convinced
so
yet.
smooth.
Yeah.
But we do need the perspective, is what you'd say. Because it's like we became the rich kids who didn't know how good they had it.
Exactly.
America turned into, you remember the show My Super Sweet 16, where a kid's parent was throwing them a $2 million birthday party, but they
Yes.
were complaining?
Yeah.
It was like, Daddy got me a yellow Ferrari, I wanted a green one, and you're like, if this kid could get hit by the Ferrari and live, obviously, we wouldn't advocate violence. But the point is, we got spoiled and lost perspective. Brett, Reagan was president when WrestleMania became a thing. Now, I know you played the Iron Sheik on a hit show, but who was your go-to wrestler growing up? 80s.
Brett the Hitman Hart.
Was it, though?
We share the same name.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about
yeah.
that. Are you oddly named after him? Is this one of those weird things I should have known?
No.
He's like, I'm named after Brett Michaels from Poison. Oddly enough.
Brett's got 1 T. I got 2.
Fair.
So.
Hey, girl. I see what you did there. He's a tough guy here. Don't mess with him.
Yeah.
Aaron, on a side note about the whole Bill Clinton thing, I was one of the people, I liked Monica Lewinsky. I was
bet
into
you
her.
did, yeah.
No, but did you have a crush on Monica Lewinsky? Where were you on this?
On the side of taste. No,
really?
I was a fan of. Remember the Buttafuoco guy?
Oh, you
Not
like
him,
Amy
the girl
Fisher.
Amy Fisher.
You liked Amy
I would have taken
Fisher.
Amy Fisher over.
Oh my God, that's endangerment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. Cut
Yeah.
that part.
Can I tell you? Yeah. But it is really a total difference because the Amy Fisher relationship ended with someone trying to kill your wife, okay?
Yeah.
If you're with Clinton's girl, your wife tries to kill somebody. It's like an inverse
so you're
proportion.
saying how much would I have to pay someone to kill my wife?
No, let's move on.
Stop.
Isn't she here?
That's just somewhere around
We're
here.
having laughs, guys. It's all fine. Well, perhaps the biggest problem facing our country right now is criminals coming across the southern border, and nobody knows more about catching them than our man Dog the Bounty Hunter.
When you're meeting women, how does that work in your head? Like through the course of time as you've had this filter,
Right.
I know you had a long, wonderful, happy marriage before this.
Right.
But are you able to assess character in non-criminal areas?
Oh yes.
Really?
Oh, yes. And because you're Dog the Bounty Hunter, then you become so handsome to them. And they're like, I've had fantasies about you, sexual fantasies.
Oh, whoa, now you're talking.
And then I'm like, listen, I got a mic on me, and my wife is listening because the new wife, it was a rancher.
But
and she told you.
But you might have missed your calling in a spin-off show called Dog the Booty Hunter. They would have been hunting you.
Oh. Aaron, Dog is basically Tom Homan with a camera crew when you think about it.
Yeah.
Should we be making a reality show about closing the border?
Yes.
You'd watch this?
I would love to watch it. It's called Jersey No More. And you just close it off. No one's allowed in. No one's allowed north. And then we have drones flying over the southern border.
See, now they have America's Got Talent. We have America's Got Borders.
Yeah.
It's just, Tom Homan presents. Go ahead.
If they need more material for the wall, look at the size of this desk you got here.
Whoa, Brett Azar.
Donate that.
Now, this is why you're not the head of border security. This is a pretty easily scalable desk, Brett.
I mean, there is
I
a
gotta be
lot
honest,
of hardwood.
this is probably
in
what they
this
have there
room
right
versus
now,
last
to be
time.
clear.
It could be.
Dog said growing up he was the greatest kid of all time at hide and seek, because as a bounty hunter, you can kind of see things on people.
Yeah.
What was your hide and seek game like?
I actually dug a ditch, covered myself in leaves, and fell asleep for the entire night. I was the best hider.
You were that guy?
I was that guy.
Wow, that's commitment.
I had dogs finding me before people did.
Wait, did you have like a fantasy to be a human trafficker someday? How was this your
No,
tag?
I watched
There's always the
Rambo
kid
and
who's far away.
Schwarzenegger my entire life.
Yeah.
As an NFL sideline reporter, you've now seen some of the best mullets of our generation.
Absolutely.
Give me this, because you just watched the Dog clip. Who's got the better mullet, Dog or 1985 Jim McMahon?
Oh, wow. Well, it's certainly. Oh, God, look at that side by side.
That's even an Eagles McMahon, so that's
Yeah,
a deep cut.
That is a deep cut. I don't know, man. See, the football person in me has to go with McMahon.
Yeah. You feel a loyalty there?
I do. I feel the loyalty to the
Okay.
gridiron.
If we had an elimination round. Okay, I'm kidding. Well, shout out to Dog the Bounty Hunter for one of the greatest nights of my life. Unfortunately, Joe Biden has pardoned just about every criminal he ever caught. But folks, you will never forgive yourself if you change the channel, because not only are we going to the White House, we're also giving you an exclusive look at the luxurious life of a cab driver. So get out your beaded seat cushion and a coffee cup to pee in, because you're going to need it for this shift.
Getting room tone?
Room tone, boys.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.